So here, this is a fig tree. And see, this is a piece of bamboo, and I've wrapped copper. And then I have copper with the crystal here. I did both. I did both for this one. Here's some more. And it also too, I put crystals in the window. You see, I wanted you to see because you might not be able to see them. It's nighttime too. I have some behind me, but these I have uh, clear quartz, and you want to always use clear quartz for if you're doing wrapping and for the plants. You can stick them in the soil or you can wrap them however you want to do them. It's going to benefit either way. But I like amethyst and clear quartz that they can be right in the sunlight. All right. And here's another one I have, a little antenna there, and then another antenna with a crystal, quartz crystal there. You can see how well this is doing. This is called one of those money trees. It's a money plant. I forget the scientific term for it, but it's gotten really big. Here's the window behind me, which you can't see. I have these crystals all the time. So because it's the south facing, so the sun comes in, and I try to get as translucent or as clear as possible. I probably will replace these with a little bit more clear, get some more, but yeah, so that it shines in down right on the plants. And this is that south window there, so I put a little antenna there. I have a this is the orgonite. It's the shungite, and orgonite right there too to help with shungite. How many of you know? We all know about the shungite. It's a natural. It's the only natural gemstone that protects against EMFs. All right. And so if you can get and just I have shungite in every direction of the house, just help, just to help, whatever. Here's another one. And see, this is a skewer now, so this one's a little smaller, but it's wrapped in copper, and I stuck a crystal right in because the benefits of crystal. They have these cups, these containers, these that you have crystal in there, and then you put your water and you drink the crystal water. Well, our plants, hello, the plants need that crystal water as well, right? So some of them I will wrap. I'll take the crystals and wrap some of them, and then some I just will stick right in the dirt as well. And so, yeah, here's some more. This is another bamboo stick here. Oh, and copper pyramids absolutely works. Little copper pyramids. All right. And look how happy there is. I don't know if you can see. There's new growth right here. You know what this is? This is a sweet potato slip. We had some sweet potatoes, and they were growing. And so, the eyes were growing, right? They were growing. It's called a slip. So I just take them off very gently. You can just snap them off, and then you put them in water in a jar or in a dish, a bowl, and let them root. And they will root fairly quickly. Well, like within a week or two, it was ready to plant. So this was half this size. And then I put this copper pyramid on. I put a crystal in there too. And this is taken off. It's good. So it's good too to take pictures and to see. Um, Now plants love copper pyramids. Now maybe this will help take it further for garden planting. If you have raised beds, now kind of square them up a little bit, and you can just take wood and go up and make a pyramid shape. And if you wanted to take copper and wrap that wood, you could do that too. And then it will incorporate that whole garden area right there. So it's trying to give you some ideas. Here's the ones that I've made that are wrapped. That's how they look like. And yeah, just leave room for it to sink in. Like this one's for a bigger plant to go in a little bit more. So it's just know your plants, right? And where you want to put them. So I really can't wait to get outside and do all of it. But it's like, okay, we have to let the ground thaw first before I do anything like that outside. Let's see. Veronica, that's interesting because where I have put decorative stakes, the plants have grown huge. Yes, yes. Let's see. I was reading the same idea by another author. He said he could use brass for wire too. Wendy said that. Yes, Wendy. Um, the three most harmonious, harmonious, um, conductive metals that works in harmony with us and with this planet, with nature. Okay, silver is the first highly conductive. Silver, pure silver, um, copper, and gold. Okay, brass is not bad, but it's copper. And copper, I got this from Amazon, and it is very affordable. Here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. Come on. You want to get bare copper wire. Bare. Make sure it's bare. This is 18 gauge. Okay. Oops. There's so much glaring here. 18 gauge. The brand is Hillman. You can find it on, like you said, Amazon. Is where I got these. See the real of it. Okay. And bare copper wire. Be careful. Don't get. I know a lot of the jewelry. Those that do jewelry wrapping, wire wrapping, that you could get some of that. But be careful because the copper that they want to use for jewelry has a coat on it, like a clear coat finish. You don't want to use that. You want bare copper wire, okay? And that's what it does say, bare copper wire. That's what you want. If you have some coated copper, just take some sandpaper and just take get that coating off if you want to, or just use bare copper wire. I would not recommend using jewelry wire though for this. Okay. Um, Copper and zinc together is cool. If you want to use brass, put copper and brass together. But yeah, brass is not as conductive though. Mm. And silver is expensive to use it that way. Or sterling silver wire, I guess it'd be fine. But I think the benefits too with copper is how pretty it is when the patinas, right? And the fact that it is working with the ground, not against it, is great. So yeah, you could use that copper too, but sorry, brass too, but it's not. Um, and then there's a lot of different, like again, just take what you can use. Experiment. Put That's a great experiment if you want to do that process of elimination. Do some experimenting. Get different. Get copper, zinc. Do that together like a battery, or just a copper one, or just a brass one, and experiment and see which plants respond better to it. Right. And so, yeah, that would be good. Another great book, or there's a book too that I recommend, that is recommended. Another one I know. It's The Body Magnetic by Burl Payne. That's good. Dr. John Ott has OTT has also written some really good books. Um, Pretty much though, anyone that has earned it again, really learned or stepped into. Remember the energy healing. We've been taught a lot of this, haven't we? And we're just taking it forward. Whether you want to call, let's go Reiki the garden, let's go energy heal plants, or it's the same thing. We're just using different terms for it. So now let me show you how easy it is. You can get a bunch of raw, or not raw, but of these crystal points. They're not perfect. They don't stand on their own. They're perfect for wrapping. You can get a whole bunch of these, inexpensive, you know, from a reliable source. Just get a bunch of the crystals like this that you can use to wrap, if you want to use that. Um, you can do until you get the hang of it. All right. I used number two pencil right here. So here I'm going to show you. Here's a copper wire. All right. So I like to leave a little bit, like I'm going to put this amount in the dirt, right? So I'm going to start at the bottom. Okay. Now we're in a northern hemisphere. So I'm wrapping in a clockwise motion. All right. And Veronica, you're going to do it, I guess, the other way. Wrapping in a counterclockwise, okay? But so for this demonstration, I'm going in a clockwise motion, just wrapping around. It's easy to wrap, okay? Easy, wrap it around, and then you just take the pencil out. You want to leave the top like this, up, reaching up, and then this is the bottom, and you just stick this right into the soil right here, and you make sure that where this is pointing up, okay? And I do have jeweler's pliers that I use so I don't tear my hands up, but you can use any kind of pliers, and then just make sure that this where it's pointing up. It's like just in the north part of the plant, wherever north is, making sure that this is in the north part of where the plant of the garden is. Or for this is for a plant. So here's just a plain rod right here. Just that simple, okay? And then now if I would do bigger, some of them I would start and I would go back and unwind to incorporate adding the crystal in, and then just wrap it around the crystal. Okay, so it is very easy. I just demonstrated, use the pencil as a template. For those are the tight, small coils, but you can go much bigger. You can, find something that's a little bit bigger around if you need that, and go around that way. Use that as a template. And absolutely, yes, Veronica, I have a wooden pyramid, and you've just given me a great idea to wrap the sticks with copper. You have a wooden pyramid, that's perfect. Yes, just wrap the copper around, the tops. You don't need to do the bottom, the bottom square part of that pyramid, the tops, the up and down. That's all you need to do, are the sides. Wrap those in copper. And because as you wrap it in copper, right, I don't have another pyramid right by me. It's the same thing. Is wrap one end up, make sure it pokes out, and then one end you're going to stick in the ground. So you're going to be sticking 4 into the ground, right? I hope I didn't lose you. But you want to make sure that it's sunk into, that copper is going into your antenna, is grounded into the earth. Okay. Yes, goosebumps. I know, it's so fun, isn't it? It's so great. And so that's why I was like, oh, I'm playing with the house plants right now until, but Veronica, you're in summer. So you get to go outside and do all of this. And from what I've heard is you do this now, summer and fall, and the it winterizes beautifully. It almost like it protects it. And there's no bugs. This is total uh, pest control. You will have, I've heard some feedback in watching people, YouTube. It's been like some of the things I love. Let me go watch an Electroculture YouTube, video. let me get some more ideas, right?